I did some bicep and off-camera bicep.
Quite a lot of sets.
Light reps, but wide grip that you didn't see, and some other stuff.
And whatever I got on camera today, I got on camera. That's about it.
But I had to do this over again because my phone froze up. And now I'm just gonna, I guess, do a couple more sets of both to just get some footage here because I'm really falling behind on working out. I can't be worried about tripods and vitamins right now. So let's see. I gotta hit that. Okay. So I guess I'll just do a couple more sets and squeeze them in there. Just assume I did them all without a break in between, but it's a little mini split set is all it is. And it's just a mini split set. That's all. That's it.
The Democrats are considering, Republicans dangerous. They're the ones who are silent when there's violence. And they're the ones who start the wars. So, that's the communist infraction right there. Most of them are like that. Otherwise they would say something about terrorist protesters that burn down buildings, Black Lives Matter. They would report all that like the same as insurrectionists against country, or they need you on their side. Just go get bologna sandwiches at the local food bank. Be happy where you got, your placement is, no matter how low it is. And then they'll just simply, steal whatever finances you have left, embezzle, and fucking do this and do that, and fucking fleece America till we're broke. That's their goal. In the meantime, they get to live nice. But they don't care about the future. See, that's the problem. They don't care about the future of the country. They just care about if they can transition into communism. And, they'll play the part of sex, drugs, rock and roll all day long. the truth is, they're like all those sturdy hippies in the past. All those dirty hippies, they'll follow the same MO. Just take over. We don't want any more war. But look at them. They're the ones who start all the war. So obviously, this is a communist infraction. It's as simple as that.
Oh, I'm here with some 5-day-old orange juice. Been out in the heat and shit, but it's all good. It hasn't really been out in the heat. It's been protected by shade, so whatever heat there was, it smells good. So I'm gonna take my vitamins, and I did do some stuff. Not really a whole bunch. I don't call them warm ups, but I always have to reiterate this. Yeah, physically you're warming your body up when you work out. Let's say before I went on camera like today, just a little bit. I just did 3 rep sets of 2 different angles of the same thing, and then 1 tricep thing, because my triceps were so hurt just yesterday from just doing that superset. I don't know why, but it feels good whenever you can feel it like that the next day, and you slept. It's always a good thing. So 1 capsule, okay, L-thiamine, but yeah, it's always a good thing, not a bad thing. So because honestly, when I was doing all that landscaping, I was pushing into a whole different muscle groups, and my body was able to almost relax on the other muscle groups for a while, and it just kind of tapered, which is good. That means it doesn't really contract like as much. So I want to keep it like that for a second when I reintegrate into the working out, the muscle building aspect. Integrate that force, not fast. And the proof is in the pudding. I mean, the next day I just did a super set of push-ups the other day. But man, do my triceps hurt like a motherfucker from that. I mean, it's amazing. You can just do 1 superset and it'll fucking do shit like that when you've been doing landscaping for 8 days. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get. I got my niacin down. I got this bag here, but it likes to tip over because it's top heavy. And let's go into my B12. Get this workout ready. And I'm going to eat some lobster spread today. I'm not going to really dig into too much food. Maybe not, because I just don't think it's always necessary to, especially in the morning, because you got processed food that didn't, and carbs from the other day, probably still in your system, that are ready to go, literally. I mean, yeah, 3,000 megs of B12. That's cool. Okay. Oh, shit. I got 2 B12s here, yo. That's okay, though. I needed the other one. This one's 3,000. This one's 1,000. So that's why I took 3 of these ones. Okay. L-lysine, tissue health. And, of course, that goes good with that CMOS and actochristine, because they're both metabolism and immune system support, I think. And niacin is. So I took a lot of that shit, I want to improve all that shit. Brain Omega. This one's new. I took in this shit before to see if it would help focus, and I kind of forgot if it did or not, but maybe I didn't take it long enough, or maybe I lost it, because I've been known to do that. But I just took one of those. Some K2. Yeah, see, I'll always be honest with you. Like, I don't even have any kind of pump going on. This is how I wake up in the morning. But I did do some stuff to kind of get woke up, more or less. Because I am, literally, this is not a joke. I walked up to an outlet that's up on a wall, to charge something, or not to charge something. This time I walked up with a thing of water because I don't have any water to get water out of the electric. That's how fucking not awake I was this morning. I put the bucket under it, opened it, like water was gonna pour out. I mean, it was funny as he giggled off that one, man. He was like, he's probably wondering if I'm on drugs or if it's natural. But I was just not awake. That shit happens, man. Even I have bad days. I'm a warlock. I'm an athletic slow cardio trainer. If you want any help, I can help you. I just give an hour over the phone. I'm just honest about it. Like, this is what I do. I'm not going to probably go to any of your gyms, and if you came to me, that'd be fine. The truth is, that's what you'd have to do. D3, K2. So I got a little extra K2 today. And but yeah, I do phone training. So everything I'm gonna talk to you about, it's an hour a day, and it's like, if you want to do this, you have to be motivated. Like somebody that really loses weight and not just talks about it, or but this is a schemology. I am an anatomy orientationalist, not a workout specialist in that regard. Like, I'm not a bodybuilder, I'm not a power lifter, but what I am is I'm a specialist on the metaphysical connection to your biology.
Is the way I like to look at it.
I mean, there's things I could tell you because I believe I'm a master at my craft. I was fat, I was out of shape, but most of the time when I was out of shape, I always had big shoulders. It was only later in life that I got so out of shape on morphine that I actually got a gut to go with it that just went out of control. I usually always had a waist till I started doing that morphine and all that. So since I don't anymore, though, I've recovered my body, and I consider it almost miracle kind of shit. Like, one time I broke my wrist, next day it was a hard sprain. I mean, I can tell you some things that I've done. I feel like I'm in control. Like, I fixed it while I was sleeping. Warlocks get fixed in their sleep. We get maintenance. We maintenance ourselves, though. The thinking process isn't something you wake up and go, I remember all that. No, it goes into another part of your brain that can connect with metaphysical aspects of a brain outside of your soul. Once you achieve that, you're an anatomy orientationalist. You're not a bodybuilder, you're not a power lifter, and you might even become a warlock at that point. Because it takes a lot of time to go by before you can recognize you're trained enough to be saying, yeah, this guy's a warlock. And that can happen. This is not a joke. My channel's not a joke on this level. This is not common to hear, even though it might make you all laugh. I'm just taking all my vitamins. We don't need to talk about what they are. But it's all based in my facts. Humanity's logic is a small glyph on my scale. So as a warlock, any kind of logic that comes from humanity is a small glyph. It's not something that I would pull up or pull down to look at much, because I already know most of it is contrived to for your eye candy and ear candy purposes, so that you feel secure enough. Does it really work? Not really, but it's better than most other countries in this country, America. But yeah, so I mess with metaphysics. and it connects with a part of your subconscious, kind of like brain, but it's on a node that is very obscure to connect with metaphysics. So it's not exactly subconscious. It's just that you don't think it like you would normally think. Matter of fact, that shit goes out the window. You don't even remember or understand. That's the metaphysical connection. Once you do that and that brain works, then all of a sudden you're like, it's like connected to it. Like you're like a robot on Star Wars connecting into the computer, you know, with that little thing that comes out. Anyway, once that happens, now you're a new being, literally. So that's my theory. I'm sticking with it. Creatine. I'm gonna take that power in a second, but I'm gonna beetroot. So I'm skipping a lot of the names of what I'm taking today because it's not that important. But most of what I got right now in my belly is orange juice, and I don't want to overdo it with that because a lot of times I'll do my videos with tons of juice in my stomach, and I look bloated. So it happens. It's just because I time is of the essence. I don't want to wait another fucking hour for shit to piss out, and I just don't want to do it. I guess I could do fast cardio and get rid of it quicker, but that's not going to happen. I don't do fast cardio. I train hard to be strong, but slow and strong, not racing. NAC and Actil Christine. I got the name right now. There's the camera right there. Okay, I apologize. I know I look off a lot, but one of these days I'll probably get good at it. But I'm just looking at the camera only. But soon you're going to have a phone where the camera is inside the screen in the middle. So when you're looking at it, you can set it to where you want your eyes to go. And you won't even see the camera. So this isn't a prediction. They probably already got phones like that, but I'm the one that mentioned it. Because it's very obscure to have to deal with the phone and just look at where the camera's placed. Because it's usually off to the side or up or something, you know? So if they had a phone where the camera was coming straight from the middle of the fucking camera, I'm pointing to the camera now, but really this is the going off the camera. So obviously, I'm surprised they haven't developed that yet. But anyway, you wouldn't even see the camera. It's in there, but you just get to see your whole picture without any obstructions. I'm predicting you'll see a camera like that soon. So now people won't have to look at a camera. It will be right in the screen.
Hidden.
That way, you can look straight at the camera and the screen instead of acting like a fool, like, oh, I gotta look over at the camera. Yo, what's up? And sometimes my eyes get crossed just trying to look at it because I'm too close. My eyes will cross. It's hilarious. I literally look at some of the technology and just go, God, it would be so easy to make a covert camera in the screen and not over to the right or up or some shit. It would be so easy.
Have we done it yet? No, not that I know of.
See, that's why I say I've also lived as a terraforming envoy to transit. So, I mean, I got different lives. I've been a caveman 3 different times, different errors. I don't want to dig too deep into it because I've had multiple lives and it could get really crazy if I start talking about all that shit. But anyway, here's some zinc. It can be crazy because you're like, I'm not trying to do that here on my channel, I don't really even like to go back and think about my other lives because some of them were tragic, and I mean, when you're living back then, you better hope you fucking know some antediluvials. You know, society, break off technology societies that were existent at another time on Earth. Probably tied closely to terraforming. The further back on our scales you go, and these things work on a different duration methodology, but even so, you go back in our timeline, you're going to run into several different civilizations that have came and gone.
And went to space.
Most of them were kind of like kicked off, and maybe they were associated with terraforming, so they were able to get some perks to get their little mini civilization beefed up a little. And that's my theory. But anyway, got my vitamins in, and I'm getting ready. Oh, a couple more, and I'll talk to you in a second. Dog seems to like it. Is that good, Boo? Lobster saw he ate good last night too. He got so many treats and food. He's such a lean dog though. Look at this dog. Lean, bro. A lean dog there, man. Look at that. Yummy. It's got lobster and beef flavor with some noodles left over in it. Yeah. He likes that. Good boy. I love how they smash their nose when they're trying to dig their tongue. They should just stick their whole snout in there. They kind of like smash their nose to get further down with their tongue. It's pretty fucking funny. It's got Boxer, Shepherd, Chesapeake Bay Retriever, Little Terrier. It's a cool dog, man. And he's strong as fuck. He can pull me on skateboard like nobody's business. Even at this age, 8 years old, he's fucking killer at it. I could probably run him till he's 12 doing that because he's just so healthy. My dogs are so fucking healthy. One of them, though, the big white one, has a tumor, but it just seems to be not affecting the dogs for the past 5 years, so I don't fuck with it. Initially, I was going to get checked, but it seems like it is kind of like just, you know, it's a slow growing up. It doesn't seem to bother her, and she doesn't lose weight, so I'm good with it. I can't afford a vet right now. It's only about as big as a golf ball, but it's spread out a little bit to where it feels bigger. But if it was balled up, it'd probably be a little, maybe as big as a golf ball, a little bigger. But like I said, it's two-dimensionally spread out, so it doesn't really get too much more girth, and it stays in the same position. It's only grown an inch in 3 years. I think she's fine with that tumor. A lot of them are malignant. They get there, you just leave them there, and the dog still lives a normal, full life. So, right, Boo? Right, buddy? Right? Hey, look at the camera. What I got here is some beef stir fry and some lobster spread. And I'm going to go ahead and fucking pound it. Because who doesn't like steak and lobster, right? So, there's a lot of good oil in here, too, when you open it. It's about as big as a motherfucking cat thing, but... Oh, shit, I knew I'd get oil on me, and I did. Fucking lobster oil. Fuck that shit. Oh, fuck. That'd be funny if there was a market that sold lobster oil.
Yeah, we got lobster oil.
Yeah, we got lobster oil. Right back there. Aisle 3, sir. On the bottom. On the bottom, sir. Oh, okay. Thank you. Fucking lobster oil. Ha, ha, ha. Right there. But anyway, so how about this? You have a dream where you're 50 years in the future. You're walking around what seems to be like a Walmart, and there's a 5-gallon jugs of this shit called used taco grease oil seasoning. That's a good joke. Recycled used taco grease oil. I mean, that's probably what it'd be like if the fucking Democrats ran everything. But anyway. So I'm eating noodles and lobster spread. Why not? With beef flavor and lobster. So there shouldn't be a problem with the flavoring because lobster and steak and lobster. Who doesn't like steak and lobster, right? I'm trying to mix it up a little. Looks a little bit fishy, weird, but it's just a spread. So it kind of goes in there like devil's food cake or devil's food, whatever they call that shit. The canned meat. Kind of reminds me of that, but that's okay because this has got the lobster stuff. As small as that was, there's 3 servings in there. So this shit's really rich. It's got protein. This lobster spread, it's got like 5 G's per serving, and there's 3 servings in that little teeny fucking thing of lobster spread. There's the camera. You know what I mean? So that's 15 G's of protein, and we got my carbs right here. It's good. Different, but it's good. And I was going to get ready to just do my workout, but at least throw some protein, some carbs in there. At the very least. And that way I won't be bloated down here in an hour. I will wait enough time. I'm going to go work and do something real quick, but I'll be back to do my workout. It's like having it's basically like a lobster pate type taste. That's okay because I got to eat. And there's 15 G's of protein in that little teeny thing. Last night, before I went to bed, I ate a whole package, 2 whole packages of salami and mozzarella cheese sticks. 2, and they both had mozzarella sticks and salami, beef sticks in them. That was before I went to bed. So imagine all that shit's just sitting there while I'm dreaming at night and sleeping. In the morning, ready to be used. But I still wanted to put some more stuff in me. Oops. Went down the wrong hatch. Pretty good though. Lobster. Lobster noodles. And a stem from a dried vegetable. I can't eat that. Oh well. But I did wait for the noodles to cook in here, so they're perfect. And because that is a lobster spread, it'll help digest really quick. Sorry, it's like chewed food, chewed protein. When you put it in on your toast, it's already like somebody pre-chewed it for you and then said, that's our lobster spread right there. Spit it into a bowl. Because basically that's all it is. Macerated protein. It's good though. Could have probably used some garlic and onion flavoring. Well, I don't want to put any onions in there if I decide to feed a little to my dog, so even though they're dried. I miss skateboarding uphill with my dog. He misses it. So I got enough money in the bank. If I needed to, I could go out there and then buy some trucks for my skateboard that I really need and some good wheels and start skating again because I'm really bored. So I need to start skating again or something. Longboard skating, okay? Don't get any crazy ideas that I like those teeny little wheel fucking skate trick boards. Because I don't. Pretty good. Probably could have used a lot less water. I only used 6 ounces of water, and I'm surprised there's still juice in here. So my dog will like that. He'll be like, "Oh, he's gonna give me some of his leftovers." Decided to do some work, and haven't started my workout yet. So I took all my supplements and my niacin, but I only used it because I knew I was thinking about doing some other work, and I did. And now I'm on lunch break, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat these kimchi noodles mixed with sardines. First, I got to mix them up a little better, and that way I can push in that lunchtime protein. I should get some duck fat, but I don't know exactly where my duck fat is right now. I do have another container of duck fat somewhere. Just don't remember where. So I can do without duck fat if it isn't out here. That's okay. I don't know what the fuck I did with that. Oh. Well, anyhow, we're going to go ahead and do this now with the sardines. Where do I put those? In oil. So we really don't need duck fat, basically, because this is in oil. But I like the duck fat for flavor. But if there's already oil in something, no need for the duck fat. There it is, can of sardines and kimchi noodles for a continuing day. I should say that on the beginning of every video, like protein and carbs for every day. No, that sounded dumb. All right, but anyway, we're gonna mix this up a little, and I think I will add some of this garlic shit in here. This will work. A little garlic onion, because my dogs aren't gonna get any of it. Salt for flavor. No, I'm not going to put any monk fruit sugar in there, but hey, it's kind of a thought, yo. All right, I'm going to try this. I got to wait for the seasoning to kind of emulsify into this liquid a little. But these are, valid carbs, valid protein. It doesn't need to be frozen. And now it's flavored. Mmm. Yeah, it's good. Mmm. I will be doing my workout. This time I can be sure of it because I have a source of lighting. If it turns dark, I ain't gonna lie. Ever since I started filming, my workouts are more contrived and focal pointed in video. But in the past, I would do stuff at 2 in the morning, and I still do if I feel like I can't sleep, you know. But I did a lot more when I didn't film on camera. Mm. And of course, this breaks down quick. Since it's a canned product, sardines and the noodles aren't al dente or anything, it breaks down quick. In your stomach. It's fucking good though. Way better than if it was super hot because I can't get into fish that's hot with pepper. All this has is black pepper and I can handle. Mm. Noodle caught in my throat. Damn. I eat fast. That happens. There used to be an exercise woman all in the old days. Man, did she look like a Bible thumper type, you know, and permed hair. Oh, she knows how to exercise this, exercise that, but it was fucking hilarious. And she said, always enjoy your meals. I do that on occasion, but not most of the time. I just fucking pound food. I could never listen to her on that because my eating habits are random and sometimes fierce. When I'm hungry as fuck, I gotta find food, and I have been known to eat shit in places you would never go. Right, Bella? I know. Aren't you hot over there? Over there. She's wondering why she's uncomfortable and hot. Come here, Bella. Oh, she yawned to signify she heard me. It's hot over there. You're gonna get hot. Mm. But at least I'm getting my salty, quick fucking meal here. And yeah, it's good. Had I not had garlic pepper salt, I would have used anchovies if I had them to salt this. But garlic pepper salt tastes better, or at least until further notice. And I really didn't need the duck fat. You know, a lot of the acid that you get, folic acid and all that shit, that comes out of, that formulates from fatty products, I believe. But you don't always have to eat fat, like duck fat. I don't know if folic acid is in fat, but all I know is essential fats, maybe some may be referred to as acid. I don't know. I haven't checked into it, so maybe you could. I believe folic acid is one of them, or at least some of them. are based from an acid base that is in fat. And that's why you shouldn't cut all the fucking fat off your steaks. And just eat it. That way you don't have to go to the nutrition store. Literally. And these things are so good. I'm about to double, triple, quadruple dose on them. I already took 4 of them, but they actually give you energy. These fucking sea moss. It says energy on it. I didn't even see that. Immune function, gut health, skin health, but energy. Sea moss. So I'm going to eat 4 more of these motherfuckers as if they were B12 and just go off the hook. Right, Bella? Bella smiles when I do the video. Don't you, girl? She likes to smile when I'm on video. She thinks any kind of deliberation I do, and this isn't Kevin Fisher, okay? But any kind of deliberation I do, talking, may or may not, but is likely to do with her future treats. Right, Bella? So she smiles when I be talking on camera in case it has to do with her, because she eats treats. Her ears kind of moved when I did that. But other than that, Bella, you should get over here. It's very hot outside. You're a winter dog. Come on over here. Come here. Yeah, there you go. Come here. Come here. You want one? Sea moss? Come here. Get a sea moss. Right here. Come on. Let's see if my dog eats one. I think it'll be fine for her. There you go. My intuition says it's all green light. Mmm. Mmm. That's good. Oh, you're going to step on it. She didn't want to eat it. Mmm. So I apologize if I talk shit about dirty hippies and have a trash ass motherfucking patio, right? But I don't need to have excuses for anyone. Number one, none of this had to do with me. Buying the house did. Getting ripped off, that had nothing to do with me. This house was going to be sold in no time had I fixed it up like I had planned, but I couldn't because the lady ripped me off all my money. Wouldn't give me money. She'd hang up on me so I can pay contractors my money. Under the name conservatorship for probation period of about 10 years. And she said, well, before that 10 years, she's going to clean me out. And that's what she did. Democrat. And there'll be people out there, you know, that clap and laugh at that shit. But I always like to say, I can't wait to see these people. And they don't know I'm there in the parking lot of Burger King when they just lost their fucking house due to a motherfucking, a car fell off the highway embankment and rolled over their house and destroyed it. And now they're financially strapped because they got a divorce a year ago. And those are the same people in the Jerry Springer crowd that would laugh at somebody's story like that. They get karma. And they do. It might have came in a weird way, and it looks like it's random, but is it? No, it's not random. By design, you created your own fucking hell. All right, so my dog decided to eat the candy after all. And I'm proud of her. The sea moss. So I've been doing, I don't really even have to mention, I've just been working, not doing workout. I've been working. And if you were to ask me other questions, you just put them in the comments below and I'll answer you. I mean, I'll be more forward than you ever thought. If you answer my questions when I come to your channel, which a lot of people do, of course, I'll do the same. Whether you have a YouTube channel or not, you comment, I'm going to respond back. and say, okay, this is what's up. If you make a little fun of me or try to cause me a little bit of trolling, I can still answer you and be a decent person because I know most of your shit's bullshit at that point anyway. So it becomes a form of sarcasm. Anything that comes from a troll, because I'll sit there and answer them on top of it. I won't even get rid of the fucking comment. Sometimes I do when people are vague. If people are vague with one word and they just say wow, or, I mean, it can get irritating. It's almost like a version of trolling, I mean, come on, you got to say something in the comments. If you want to know about what I do, you have to ask. And then I'll tell you, I'm better than Zohar at the carnival, okay? By so many fucking, billions of sheets of processed fucking Benjamins, okay? I could fucking make you an answer for just about any question. I'm like, not just a calisthenics guy, I'm a fucking warlock. So if anything comes out of your mouth in a question form and you comment, then I'll answer you. That's real simple. And then it'll give me something else to do when I'm sitting on my ass and I don't want to sit on my ass and I'm bored. I can just answer a few more questions. But anyway, that's what I'm really wanting people to ask questions about calisthenics. Or if you want, how do you do this as a warlock? How do you really connect with the metaphysical? I'll try to answer you more precisely. That's all. On my YouTube channel, this isn't about that, but I'm starting to dive into a little of everything. I do the comedy. A little smoker's cough today. Probably because I fucking coughed in that noodle and it got it kicked off. But it's all good. So, I'm not trying to go in any one particular direction. I'm pretty schooled on everything. Artistic, creative on every level. Even if I got my own demons, I could run the country and do a great job. I mean, there's things I could say, guys. You don't know. I mean, when I say my own demons, what I mean is, I make pretty vast mistakes throughout my life, but they've decreased, but I still make mistakes. One of them was just hiring somebody to hold my money, watch my money, and 11 other people got ripped off from her. So, if not more, I'm not sure exact numbers, but I'm pretty sure it's like that. She's in jail, 10 years. And, when she gets out, she can get arrested again now because now the people that got ripped off are going to have her investigated after she gets out of prison. Or at least their family members that got money too are going to fucking have her investigated. So when she's on probation, she'll be investigated also by fucking families because they want their fucking money back. So if she hid the money anywhere offseas or shores rather, overseas, offshores, then of course they're not going to give up. I mean, they ripped off their mentally or physically handicapped sibling, and they're pissed. So when she gets out, she's going to already have the investigation rolling while she's in jail to find out where those accounts go. And then after she gets out, she could have a big surprise. Maybe before she gets out, she could have a big surprise. This money was transferred here. This money was transferred here. This money was transferred here to these banks. So those accounts would get frozen. So anybody that would have stolen, hopefully would get caught and their bank accounts would be frozen. In the meantime, I needed those noodles. Now I got to go back and finish some work. I have a feeling I'm going to be doing a night workout tonight, but I'm not. It's not a problem. It's been pretty nice out, and it'll be cool out. And when I work out, it'll be like perfect. And I got some bright solar lights. They're my friends now, but officially, but I'm going to borrow them anyway to do the night video because the sun's going to start going down in a little bit. but I have to go do that other work. And I have to take when I do start to work out, I'm going to have to whip out my pre workout and my aminos and take one more ubiquinol. So if you have metaphysical powers and you can let me know to take another ubiquinol or remind me to take another ubiquinol before my workout, before I fucking cut this and edit it, let me know, okay? All right? Oh, yeah, there's a camera. I feel like I get cross-eyed trying to look at the camera, though, so you gotta kind of look past it, like you're looking through the phone. That's why I don't like cameras like that. I come from a modern age too, so where they had technology that blows this shit away. So I mean, this is so fucking. You gotta look to the left or look up at the camera while the fucking picture's in front of you. It makes my tripod, but I guess I'll just go ahead and start doing some stuff. No vitamins, no supplements, but I'll probably take them later if I can remember. If I'm not too busy doing something. So I just did some partial push-ups and some tricep on the stairs. So I guess I'll just go back into it and just start do it in again. No tripod though.
Local businesses fuel our economy and make our community stronger. KNCR wants to showcase your business in the local business spotlight. We'll give you the opportunity to go live on the air with Terry Maxwell to talk about your business. Whether it's a corner store or in your backyard or even online, we'll give you the chance to let people know about your business. No matter what the industry, we want to get you the recognition you deserve. From landscaping to catering to plumbing or even professional dog walking, we want to put the spotlight on. KNCR wants to showcase your business on the local business spotlight.
On your smartphone or TV and start watching. President Trump says Newsmax is truly terrific. Get the free Newsmax app and check out Newsmax shares on the stock exchange. Go to newsmaxinvest.com. That's newsmaxinvest.com. This is not an offer to buy or sell securities, nor shall there be any sale of securities in any jurisdiction in which such an offer would be unlawful.
Now switch down one stair on one side and out, stay up the same on the other.
KNZR.
Take a split second, switch, alternate again.
The Terry Maxwell Show.
From the White House to White Lane, where wokeness goes to sleep. Bakersfield's conservative voice. It's time for Maxwell in the morning.
And
To the last,
after you do those partial push-ups, you come and do those.
Terry Maxwell.
And it's really good. Fucking really good. Does a whole bunch of shaping things. When you do triceps naturally like this, sometimes you can get better effects, I think, to the whole arm. I mean, the whole arm just starts to look cut up as fuck, and it's from doing shit like this. Mixing it into your push-ups, because that's a tricep too, so, Okay, go back to the other ones again.
Actually, he took a great film of that. Oh, yeah, I think it's good.
Because you have to spend that time with each customer, processing every transaction. So now's a really good time to come in, especially with Father's Day deals going live.
Mm-hmm. I was in the other day and got some ammunition because I got a 12 gauge and I got what did I get? Buckshot. I just got some buckshot. Yeah, it's for home defense.
Yeah, now's a great time to come in and get ammo too, because as you know, they got that $5 ammo background that's going to go live in July. So the 1st of July, every time you come in, instead of charging $1 for a background, the state now requires that we're going to be charging $5 per transaction.
And their rationale for that is
I just say that that's what it costs. That was
based on inflation, it's going to now be $2,000.
yeah, and so that's definitely a possibility.
Well, but it gets that high, then probably going to go to the Supreme Court and say that that's violation of the Second Amendment.
Yeah, so there's a lot of hopes on that. We've got this new SB 704 that they're pushing through that's going to require background checks for barrels, and it's already passed the Senate. So
Okay, we'll stick with
it's
24
one of
there.
those
Take a
things
little bit
that
of
we're looking
a
at,
slight
like,
break.
how are you going to do a background check on barrels?
Do
Because
another
it's
24.
not necessarily serialized.
Isn't it ironic when it comes to the Democrats here in California? They know that they're
With the
violating
alternation of the
constitutional
arms.
right, like the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
But they go ahead and go forward with it anyway, and then it ends up being a litigation. Goes to Supreme Court. Supreme Court says, "Hey, you can't do that. We've already said you can't do that."
Take a second.
And one more time,
We're alternating
a lot of money is
again.
spent in the legal process to do something that the California legislature and the California governor know are unconstitutional, 100%. I mean, and then on the other hand, when somebody like Trump says, look, we're not going to give you any more money if you're going to have transgenders, or the latest one was on tariffs. Gavin spent our money suing Trump.
You just got to act like I did all this in the justified time limit, but scam work can be a little bit frustrating. All right. So I end up doing another extra set and stuff, whether it's before or after camera, just to make it a little better. Okay, we're going to stop at 40 and take a little break. And we're going to do another alternation. Try to do another 40 on that alternation. So my arm is down one stair on one side and one stair higher on the other. See? Take a breather. Next time it'll be left hand down one stair, the other right hand will be up a stair. Take a little bit of a longer break here. Okay, here we go. All right, so almost cramped up here. Actually, I did. Oh, I cramped up in my stomach from that, but that's okay. It's gone. Shook it off a little. All right, so I got that. I guess that's officially done for that routine. And I'll talk to you in a little bit. 13 million.
$12 million. I'll bet all of it in. Yes, sir. All right then. I'm gonna try to do good here. I'm gonna fold that. I was gonna call it because of spades, but I don't feel the spades are there. So I just started the game, so how could I know that, right? Let's find out. No spades on the flop. There you go. How could I know that, right? Because I'm a warlord. But I still make mistakes playing poker, man, because I'm just recently good at it. So I'm right here. This is me right there. I'm gonna fold that. Yeah. I like the background here. They got little cars in the background, you know. Shit. Looks a little bit three-dimensional. I don't want to call nothing yet. But I do like spades, but rarely do I'll just call that for 5 minutes. There we go. At least I got 3. Check. She's playing 3 mil. I'll go ahead and call it because I could get a straight here. But I really don't want to, so let's not. Let's see if I was right about that. There's no spade, so that would have ruined me for a flush. But 8 would make it a straight. Didn't happen. See, I made a good choice folding that. Trying to get the camera to face, you know. So I'm betting 16 million. And I got my queen, so that's good. But they probably suspect they got the queen, so she. Oh, he bet, so I'll go ahead and bet too. How about all my money? Again, for anyone who wants to try to play me, I'll fold that. I like my emoji that I use. So right now, I'm technically a chip leader here on this table, so I'll just go ahead and bet big again. So yeah, I bet 37 million. They're trying to call me. So it's not bad. I got 10 to go in. Take their money. Fold if they want. I don't care. No, I'm still the chip. Almost 5 minutes into the game. I'm fold out. This is Zigna Poker. Z-I-N-G-A or N-A. Z-I-N-G. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm getting all messed up. Forget that. Let's just play poker. Zigna Poker with a Z. Okay, I'm not going to mess with that. Although I have a feeling a king will come out. I don't want to mess with it. Let's see if I'm right. No king. Okay, so what was that all about? Why wouldn't I play kings, right? Probably because somebody's got 3 10s. There's not going to be a king on the river, is there? Was I right or not? Well, we didn't get to see the river. So we'll never know. We'll never know if there was a king back there. But I was probably right, huh? Somebody probably even had 3 of kind because there's 2 10s on the flop. There's a king there on this hand. Come out if it didn't get shuffled. So all the kings are in. Fold that. I'll just say thanks out of nowhere. See what they do. Off timing, thank you, you know. Still a chicken. Well, I'm going to take somebody's money now. That guy just lost. He had some money left. I'm going to fold that king 4 because I don't like the kings. Now, all of a sudden, the kings are going to be slim on the flop, I believe. So I'm not going to mess with them. You know what I mean? I don't want to be playing when I know for a fact there's not likely going to be any kings on the flop. But they did shuffle, did they? Of course. Of course they shuffled. I get mixed up sometimes because I'm a blackjack professional and I play 4-deck shoes, 6-deck shoes, 8-deck shoes, and bust the dealer. That's the way I do it. So whenever somebody wants me to play for them and win money, I will win them money. I'm not calling it. I'm glad I didn't call that. Even though Queen came out, there's a king on the flop, so I'm glad. I'm not surprised that there's a king on the flop because she's shuffling. I mean, I always forget that, in poker, the shuffle is every time. I mean, when there's this many players, so I kind of forget all that. It's just because I'm a blackjack professional. I just recently got good at poker. Yeah, you know what I mean? Straight up, bro. All right, I'm gonna get into the game again. I have a feeling we'll get some cards here. And there we go. We got spades and a queen high. I'm gonna go halfway, kind of almost in, and that's 23 million. Got a spade, but nothing's going here, so this is not good. But I'll go ahead and go all in. They two folded. Did I win anyway? Yeah, a good amount of money for me, so, but I'm still, I believe, the chip leader. Yes. Still the chip leader, and I'm going to go all in again, because it's my style. She called me. He called me. And this is what, you got to do. You got to get him to call you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, gosh. Uh-oh. I thought it was, straight. Damn. Alright. Left though. All in again. I can get it all back. That wasn't that much of a loss. See, I'm already going to win. See? You know what I'm saying, fools? Alright, I'll get my money back. And I'm still the chip leader. Oh no, there's the guy at the top left just became chip leader because he took all that money from me, so I'm going to fold this. But I am in second. I'm second place. I'll pull it up again. I'm trying to read into card fluctuations like I do on blackjack, but it's a little different when you're playing poker. The fluctuations and how to read a shitty hand into a good hand from the flop. You know that even a 6-5 is going to pull out the win, so let's go ahead and do it. No fucking piss handing around. A shit hand and see what happens. I got a 5. Yes. Oh, but he got 9s. But I got some of the pot. Because I was betting. So I'm pretty good. I'm okay. Bet off. We'll fold out. Oh, queen popped up. But I have such a lousy kicker, dude. Freaking lousy ass kicker. Right, bro? I'll get you some water. Hold up. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play it that much, which is 15 mil. I got some people calling me. I'm going to raise it. Oh, he got it. That guy up there. Damn. Down to 37. Let's see if I can pull some magic with 37, because that's a lot of money still. 37,000. All right. There we go. Finally warming up my hands, at least. No problem. Oh, he stayed in. I'm just going to bet it all. He gave it to me. All right. I'm gonna get money back right now. Backed up to 54. That's enough to buy a house right there. 54,000. That's enough to buy a fucking house. There's my king. Yeah. Now I'm gonna double it. There's only one in. The odds of me winning are good, even with a 5. Oh, there's 2 in. Okay. Wow, he bet too. Okay. I'm trying to reconnect. Uh-oh. Yeah. What did I get here? Let's see. Let's try to reconnect. Uh-oh. There we go. Reconnected. Okay, so I'm up. There we go. I'm going to try to get this guy in the top left, though. I got an inside straight potential here. So I'll just go ahead and bet a little. Not too much. Like 9 million. There we go. I got my 10. She has an ace on. I better check. She's going to check all the way to the hill because she has an ace. So I'm going to check. Nope, she didn't have the ace. Great. Okay, so I'm winning money. Uh-oh, the connection keeps going bad over here. God damn it. I'll just fold it if I can fold it. Yeah, I just let it fold because I couldn't do anything with it. I don't know why it didn't show me my fold cards though. It's almost like it jumped me in and out of the game or something. And I got my seat back. Normally it would show your fold cards, but not that time. I'm gonna go ahead. Maybe it gives you a what do you call it? A fall for waiting too long. But I think there are rules like that in poker. I think if you wait too long, they give you a fall. Or, just some weird rule. I'm gonna go all in with this though. I got my ace. Yes. There we go. So now I'm up to 206. Second and chip leader. I'm gonna beat that guy up there though. I'm gonna take his money real soon. I'm gonna fold this. So now I got enough to buy a nice house. Alright, there we go. Even though this isn't always a good hand, I feel good about my blackjacks on poker sometimes. Because sometimes, about half the time, they're really good. Just take that ace. So, I don't care what anyone says. There we go. Uh-oh. I'm up to almost 300,000. See what I mean? It was good to have that ace, man. I'm betting 72 million. She's questioning whether it's a good idea. Maybe not. So is he. So I'm gonna go ahead and play into it a little and bet max strong. Like, hey, fucking try. You know, try to beat me. All right then. What's up? Got something to say? I just went all in. For her, anyway. And she went all in. I got a king. What you got? I win. That's what I got. And that guy up there on the top left, let's see what he's got for money, because he folded out. I had a straight, too, man. But let's just see what this guy on the top left. Yeah, I'm still oh, yeah, I'm the chip leader now again. I'm almost 500,000. I'm going to fold. You guys see me play this game. I'm going to step out and just so I have money. But you know I can play poker. And we're 17 minutes in. I'm going to quit. Oh, I'm going to play these threes real quick. A little in on these threes before I quit. I'll raise it a little bit. She folded. Like, or he folded. Okay, I'm gonna fold and then just step out of the lobby. Okay, so that's okay. I won, and I showed you all what I can do.
I'm in the shower area and at the campsite, and I'm gonna go ahead and start taking my vitamins. I just did a bunch of push downs. I don't know what they're called. With my the mini Stairmaster. You've probably seen it before. Hold on. But I did a set of these. So let's see, about 350 of them total. So yeah, let me get back here a little more. And I think I'm looking pretty good. Now I was going to do a bunch of stuff with the barbell, but I figured I needed to jump back to my mammal muscles. So I'm doing these. I'm doing them standing up, kind of leaning over a little. They're really good for shoulders. And in essence, they're going to prep any other shoulder work I do just by doing these, because not a lot of guys use a lot of this kind of shit. And as a result, it will give me more shape than a lot of naturals can't achieve. So this is verbatim. Verbatim. Okay. Okay, so anyway, so I'm gonna start, but I gotta take my stuff first. So I got this little rubber sit-up mat over here in case I need to use it, but kind of getting it dirty because water's a lot all over the place. I am officially in underwear, so I just don't want to put these pants on, so I'm in underwear. Even though I was officially on, with underwear, I think I will put my pants on just to more appropriate. I just felt comfortable after the shower and these underwear. These pants are dirty. I never did my laundry, but I'm clean. And shit. So anyway, we're gonna do a workout, but I'm gonna take these real quick. Sometimes I want to debate whether I want to do them on camera or not, because it takes up a lot of time to fucking take these things, but whatever. So let's go ahead and throw some aminos in the cut. Right off the cuff. Okay. And the one good thing about this sit-up mat is you don't step on pebbles. So I think I look better in pants instead of underwear to just work out, but it's humid in here. I'm not gonna lie, it's fucking humid. Take another scoop. I'm gonna take everything tonight, pre-workout everything. And now what I got in here, basically what we're dealing with is my workout earlier, and now I'm clipping this clip here. So 2 different workouts I just did, just to throw in another format. Got my aminos in, took my vitamin C already off camera. And my tries are, I think they're not real pump right now, but they're looking really nice and thick. My shoulders are matching in girth and size. At least my shoulders go back to match my tricep. Because of these things I do, these mammal muscle things, I build my muscles that way in a different way than a bodybuilder would. A bodybuilder would be doing shit like fucking these and holding it and then just doing these. That's how you get that rear delta pop a lot. But I like doing mammal muscle shit. That's just me. So now hit some B12. I think mammal muscle connections are better than some of the other performance techniques that bodybuilders would use. And I think overall, over time, it's going to shape better. Because mammal muscles are much easier to grow. The ones that dogs use and everything. So most of my lats come from mammal muscle shit. I really don't do a lot of lat work. But I do lat work this way, is what I meant to say. So I actually get the lats to work that way. It's not this shit, you know? I don't want big old fucking things hanging over here. I'm trying to shape my shoulders more than ever. Why would I want this shit muscle to grow? It's already big enough. I don't fucking give a shit. Anyone says. L-carnitine. One, right? My dog's here. He doesn't know what to do. He just turns into a horse in the stall when he's in there. That pill is not quite chewed enough. Niacin. So I've been noticing some good improvement in arm shape. I think my tries are starting to show an exterior size quality that looks really good. See that? You know, like, and that's not from fucking bar work. Most of my shit comes, like I say, from mammal muscle shit.
Mammal muscles.
That's how I do it. You know, that's one of my main secrets right there. Mammal muscles. Yes, I do all the other stuff, but I practice
Mammal muscles.
for the most part. And people are going to copy me. Eventually, people are going to notice that, you know, I got quality capabilities, and they're just going to start copying me. No, now I'm not really pumped right now at all. So we're taking some stuff. I did some tricep work, but because I want to keep triceps in play whenever they feel like they were sore the day before, I want to make sure that I just fucking hit that fucking shit. So like Rich Vienna says, you know, to make that shit pop, you know, or I think it was him, but you know, so that fucking thing pops, you know, goes out and has strata to it. So shaping is what I try to do. A lot of guys are better than me because they're younger and they got earlier starts and practice it like a master too, but they're young. I'm 61 almost. This is June 5. Just a week and a half more and I'm fucking, you know, 61 years old. So now we're just gonna go ahead and finish this shit. These vitamins so I can get my workout progressed. And the good thing is I didn't overeat today, and if I did get bloated on liquid, it's not there now. And that's good, because I don't want to fucking be bloated for shit when I work out. I do it too much to you guys. I drank a gallon of fucking limeade or some shit, and then I go on camera like a fool. But that's just because sometimes I'm a little dehydrated and I need to get some video in. There's nothing I can do but drink a fucking whole bunch of lime juice. All right. That's my beetroot right there. I just took. Now I'm taking my D3K2. I go at it like even the soldier would probably do more working out, but they wouldn't look as good because the fucking exercises they do don't comply with all the mammal muscle stuff that I do. So I'm better than the military when I do a workout. Because the shit they're gonna do is just generalized fucking athletic shit. I mean, a few of them will join the triathlete fucking shit while they're in there, you know, for sports, and some may box. But bottom line is, I got a better fucking exercise program than the military. Watch out, Fud. Go. I don't want to drink too much of this fucking water though. But yeah, I have a better exercise program in the military. Look at my shape. Do I not look like somebody who's in the fucking military? You know, I'm almost 61. Do I not look like a fucking soldier? I'm asking. Because I fucking do, but best. On the bestie list, okay? On high end list, motherfucker. Assholes that think I fucking got a shitty haircut, I'll blow you away when it comes to shape. But anyway, all the nice people that come to my channel get all the thumbs up from me, and my heart goes out to you. Thank you for watching. But all the trolls get fucked, you know? I look good, bitch. All right, take another one of these creatine. You know, all the trolls are just, you know, I don't really get pissed at trolls. I just decide to do that, but I actually have fun with trolls. I think sometimes trolls want to make friends. You know, like, you know, anything that lives under a bridge, man, probably does want to make some friends and hustle a little and get a little money on that side or whatever. You know, if you meet them and you say, hey, are you fucking stalking me, fool? You fucking troll? I'll either whip your ass or buy you a fucking steak burrito over at that Mexican restaurant, but we don't need to talk. I'll be a nice guy about it. Which is it going to be? So, you know, I mean, I got a couple people in town that would probably do that even, you know, just troll me because, you know, one of them maybe I owe a little money to, the other one this or the other one that. Most of the time, these fuckers are on shit. They don't talk about it. Like they do a little meth on the side. And, you know, I hate people like that. Their wives look ugly as sin. Yet there they are fucking acting like they're broke all the time because they don't look for a job. I just don't get it. If I had a chick, man, I'll fucking become a, you know, trucker at least or something, you know, bringing the money. But she better not cheat on me because 83% of all trucking wives cheat on their husbands. Their study was done. And that's fact. I think it's about 83%. Oh, well. It's been a while. All right. All right. Now, I'm fucking have to take some more water. All right. I'm just taking teeny sips now because I don't want to put a fucking shitload of water in me. There's some vitamin D gummy. And yeah, if you want to look the part of somebody that's like a superior fucking military fucking combat soldier, which I'm not, but do I not look like one? Somebody's got a fucking giant gun in his hand, all that shit. Okay, because that's how I practice. I want to look like this fucking, you know, super fucking man if I can, you know, but not really Superman because he's gay. But, you know, I want to look like something that's fucking impossible. And if I do it, then you can do it. We're 61, right? And you could do it at a younger age. That's the even better part. You know, if your dad's got fucking 30 grand, call me up. I'll fucking get you trained. If you got 30 grand, call me up. Just say something in the comments below, actually, and we'll get the phone number arranged. I just do it that way. Yeah. If you're just one of those pudgy kids that need to grow up, I don't want to train somebody who's young, but as long as your fucking parents are around, I guess I could handle that. You know, or something, or present during my training on the phone. I really don't want to talk to somebody, you know, like that. But there's people that train people like that, and they don't hold any grudge against it. But me, I'm almost 61. I prefer to train people that are in pretty good shape that are also getting old because then I can fucking show them what's up more in a better way, because now it's like, hey, everyone else falls apart at this age. I'm going to tell you how not to. How's that? See, I'm worth the money you pay me. I'm worth it. I might just be in this bathroom right now, in this campsite, and you might laugh a little. You might even have some issues of your own at home with finances. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be better than anyone else to train for training purposes. Because I'm one of a kind in this universe. Well, in this solar system, so to speak, is a better way to say it. Because there are other anatomy orientationalists. Now, I was going to do this really quick. I'm not quite done taking my my fucking supplements, but yeah, man, I got these little steel things. I just think they're kind of cool. Just try to twist them and, you know, not drop them. Ooh, but you can get really good at shit like this. I mean, I just started. I mean, I haven't practiced these or anything, but I think I could learn how to juggle these things really good if I just practice landing them in my hand every time, which is easy enough. I mean, sometimes it lands wrong, but say like that one. But these are weighted, you know, and they're not heavy, but I mean, can you imagine if you were just like somebody was fucking bum rushing you at high speed, some giant fucking Nephilim or something, and you just went through it in slow motion, you know, but just like the movie Daredevil with Bullseye, you know, or, you know, it would just penetrate and then come out the back of his head. Seriously, this shit would go right through you if it hit your skull. I mean, it might get buried back there, but if you throw it hard enough, right at the motherfucking forehead, this shit will kill anything. Anyway, let's see if I can do it a little more, you know, a little more proper, a little more better. Okay. Well, I need to spin at a certain rate each time, but I keep changing the spin ratios. But yeah, this is good practice. This is, you know, just like you see somebody in a gym, they're running around trying to, you know, show off how they practice getting in good shape. Maybe they fucking brag about a triathlon. They go, but they'll sit there on one of them little round things and practice balance. But it's ethical. It's a proper workout. You're just trying to balance yourself. It's not something to make fun of. And either is this, because it helps dexterity. Whoops. You know, try not to drop them is the key. There we go. Well, I'd like to land them solid each time, but it's not going to happen right off the cuff because I just started. But when you throw these in a tree, man, you can get it to go all the way through the bark and part of the wood. These fucking things. And I apologize if I don't have my camera high enough, but I'm probably not high enough right now. It's weed, so I'm going to get some more weed in my bowl. And, you know, the good thing about it is like I got time on my hands. I got time on my hands. There's lighting up here. I was going to use the solar lights, but I waited the next day because I didn't want to borrow back what I already gave to somebody, some brand new solar lights. And I didn't want to grab them up out and then bring them over and do a video down there. So I came up here. All right, so the niacin and aminos are in me. The pre-workout is not. The creatine is. And here's the fucking nasty ass ABE. They got some goony looking kid on there. I guess he's got muscles, you know, but looking goony looking kid. All right. Yeah, see, that's the thing. When you're 61, a lot of the people that might want to get trained might just be younger than is comfortable. But when they're young, they're fucking can get in better shape quicker. Let's just put it that way. If they're like in their 20s and they're already in decent shape, what do you think I'm going to do then? I'm going to go to work, man. You're going to have fucking unbelievable shape in fucking 2 years. If you're already in shape, that's the premium kind of fucking client right there. That shit's premium. So now I gotta take this. And my dog's just standing here like a horse. Okay, this shit's rough, so I better get this down right. Holy shit. Oh, that was rough. Oh, and it's nasty. Fucking nasty pre-workout. Oh, yeah, it is. I'm just going to come out and say it. Don't buy this shit. This shit, I mean, it might taste good in a drink, but I can hardly see why, because it has a weird backdrop flavor to it. It kind of makes me want to read the ingredients right now, but they print them so fucking small. Yeah, fuck that. No reading glasses here. Just doing this shit's nasty, man. At first, I tried to act like it wasn't so bad on film, but it was nasty. Okay, here we go. Man, I gotta almost prep my mind just to put this in my mouth. I got most of it down, but I had to spit some more water out because this is too much water. Just to get this shit down. 2's enough. I ain't fucking with 3. Oh, and plus, today I didn't eat a lot of food, but I ate a significant amount of food and carbs, which sometimes you do that. It's not like fasting, but you definitely eat less on like 1 or maybe 2 days a week. You just eat less. It's good for your digestive system. It doesn't really fuck with your muscles. It might change modify them temporarily, but it's not going to fuck with your muscles to do that. To just eat less 1 or 2 days a week. Not fast, but eat less. Right, 5? Good boy. He's a great dog. He's a skater. He wants to skate on a skateboard, and I picked him up and skated with him in my arms, but he pulls me uphill, on flat land, downhill. I've been downhill. He's pulled me downhill even, which is very dangerous, but I mean, he's pulled me downhill for quite a while, but then he gets too, he can't keep up at that point. So I got to kind of slow down. It's trippy to see this dog. I mean, he's as good as a husky for sure. He's pulled me a total of about 3/4 of a mile, but I had to give him 2 small breaks to breathe. But yeah, 2/4 of a mile. 3/4 of a mile. I'm sorry, 3/4 of a mile. He's pulled me. He had to take 2 breaks. Pulled me all the way from down the valley here, all the way up towards the fucking valley where it goes over the mountain. But he just got to the campsite, and I said, I'm going to let him take a break from this because he fucking did a good job. He was a good doggy. And he knows I'm talking about his performance. He fucking is smart. So, get some more of this shit in. I know I'm wasting a lot of time, guys, but this is how it is. When you want to get in shape, you literally got to pay attention to all these fucking details. Can't fucking skip them. And if you do, you're broke. You must be broker than me. Okay, so this is L-glutamine. Take 2 of these. I know that for a fact. And I don't know, did I take my ubiquinol? I don't think I did. But I'll find it and take it. I had to fucking chew those motherfuckers all the way. Now I gotta I have my fucking shit over here. Where is it? Where's my fucking ubiquinol? I need it. Okay, so look at this. It takes forever to get all these things down. Can you imagine what a bodybuilder goes through with all this shit? Man. Fuck that. Brain Omega. I'm going to take 2 of them. If it's good for the brain, it's close enough to good for the muscle. You know what I mean? I already took the K2, didn't I? Yeah, I sure did. And L-listine, did I already take that? No. Okay. We're done. Do I take my L-vitamin? Yeah. Vitamin, yeah. Man, I had to drink just a lot of liquid there. I don't give a fuck. So I'm going to give it a little cigarette break and let the water kind of drain a little bit into my fructogamous. No, I'm just kidding. Here's my fucking ubiquinol. Yeah. Yeah. See, this shit will help you retain muscle when you build it. So this shit's fucking really good. Yeah, I always promote ubiquinol, man. I never will go away from promoting ubiquinol. It's got nothing but good going for it, and it's not going to ever be talked down to. I'll fucking be there to defend it, you know? All right, we're done. And if I took 2 of them, even better. Go 5. Because that shit's good to have in your system, bottom line. I don't know why I brought that, but okay, we're going to start. But let me have this cigarette. I gotta have the cigarette. So if you want to look like a motherfucking, battle warrior fucking soldier, right out of a motherfucking Black Ops movie or some shit, in a science fiction setting with an obscure, unknown space force of humans kind of thing, come to my channel and I'll fucking tell you how to do it. You know what I mean? Nobody here's playing. It's obvious. I might have a little skin here, but I'm in the best fucking shape ever of my life. I mean, in my past, I was bigger in the shoulders, but that was because I was eating fucking 5 meals a day. So, since I don't, I'm just in the best shape of my life. I don't fucking have to take any weird shit. No roids. I don't do that because that would go against my principles. I'm a master at my craft, and you kung fu artist isn't gonna fucking take steroids, right? A fucking master at the Shaolin Temple ain't gonna take fucking steroids, right? So a military guy might, because they get away with shit like that, but that's just because he's trying to be a super soldier
without connecting.
with his real good shape of being a natural. So they just go the fast route and take steroids. That's the wrong thing to do. That's the fucking wrong thing to do. So the cigarette tastes good. And now that niacin's going to start hitting me, so we're just going to go ahead and start, but I'm going to do something a little obscure because I already did a set of these, and I'm going to do another set on camera, but they take a lot of time. I don't want to just show you something that takes a lot of time to get it done and bore you visually, because some of the exercises I do have, 100 plus reps in them. It just depends on what kind of exercise I'm doing. So, and that shit can take a long time. It takes a lot of time, just like I'm taking a lot of time. So anyway, here we go. We'll start with these. And since I don't want to bring weights up here, so what you do is you try to lift this part up with just your hand, and it's kind of like a shoulder press. So you're changing the shape of it as it goes up, and you're holding it out. And it's convenient to get another feel out of an exercise when you got an obscure amount of weight down here and you're trying to keep your wrist strength to hold it up. So it's a fucking excellent exercise. And this is what people did practice in the old days. And from many different societies, they practiced these kinds of things, where things would even I believe it's Peruvian, or no, it's Iranian weight training is weird because they use obscure fucking giant bowling pin things and flip them over their head and shit. And that shit's crazy. But the guy I saw showing it and kind of exhibitioning it, I guess, exhibitioning, if I can get the word out, exhibitioning it, was Iranian, and he didn't look built well. So, I mean, a little too much of anything is not going to be exactly the best. It might be good for strength, and wrist strength, but it's not going to be altogether the best. So my program is altogether best, not from America. Altogether the best, okay? So, and you can do these and gain the same and better effects even than fucking dumbbells. Okay. I'm guessing this is about 18 pounds. If not 22 or 3 or 4 pounds. I think I went around about the same. I just fucking lost count, but that's okay. It felt right. So I do stuff like this when it's inconvenient just to have dumbbells wherever you go. But also because it forces the wrist to do shit that's different. I think I already said that, but just wanted to clarify. Right, buddy? He's such a good doggy. That's my boy. He's a good boy. All right. And the good thing is, like, you don't have to panic. You got to get to a gym to do deltoids. It's ridiculous. You can just grab shit and start working, man. Single arm shit is some of the best anyway. Because then you're just focal pointing strength from one arm. And then when you do 2 arms, everything's fucking easier. So, all right. Let's do another set. I think I gotta turn around, but it's okay. You gotta turn around. I think I did 20. All right. Put it down, take a second, because I don't want to run with the next arm right to split, but take a little air in. Okay. And no need to increase weight when you're winging shit. You just do more reps. Make sure you start with a decent weight though, and that's pretty decent for front delts. Whew, feels good though. Damn, that feels good. because when you're holding your wrist and the oblong weight is over here and you're pulling it up like that, what happens is you're straining the fibers in your entire forearm differently. When you're doing that, you're holding it up like that, you're straining muscles that would normally get strained because you use dumbbells. See what I'm saying? That aren't unbalanced. So I'm glad I got that little set in. Now we're going to go over here and do these again. This will be my second set. And probably going to have to do 350 at least. So when I do these things, I want people to know this shit really does stuff. You know, it really does stuff that you just can't get as easy in a gym. You might be able to get size qualification and it's not quite as much shape. So these things are going to help shape quicker. And I'm not trying to do these to piss people off because some people, they think, oh, that's not a normal exercise. I'm trying to challenge. Well, yeah, it is a normal exercise. From an anatomy orientationalist, it is. This is the kind of shit I do. The other one's from another fucking planet that does this shit. Okay? I'm not giving names, I'm just saying. The other one is anatomy orientationalist that I actually got trained by. It is in the ether, so to speak. Nothing you're going to be talking to anytime soon, but definitely he's there. So here we go. And see how my lats build from this shit? See how my lats are built? They're different than a bodybuilder's lats altogether. I'm trying to tighten. I get some wrinkles from skin, but so this kind of exercise, after doing push-ups earlier and stuff, is so fucking good for shape. And rather than dive into the shit I was going to do with bars, this is going to kind of help push that all along when I do, even though it's late. Because I'm going to take its place by fixing a lot of other things and then go into it. So by the time I get to bars to fuck with shoulders and arms and everything else, I'll just puff up like a motherfucking, really quick. And that's the truth. Because of these. Because I'm I do a lot of them. Okay, here we go. These are the kinds of, and because the way you do them, you can kind of look and see what's going on in the muscles a lot easier. See how I got a split lat? It splits. See that? That's because I do this shit a lot to get lats. I don't do the normal bodybuilder shit to get lats. So my shit looks different altogether. And yeah. It'll toughen your hands up too. It'll make cuts in your shoulder and everything. This shit. Towards the end, you squeeze a little harder. Right towards the end. Squeeze a little harder right in the tricep. And it'll start to bloat and get bigger. You know, not bloat, but it'll start to get puffed up. Try to tighten your lower core as well. Okay, 20 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. All right. See how the triceps are just crazy sticking out like that? I like the way that looks. So I fuck with it. So since I did a whole set of those off camera and I'm gonna push into some more of these, I'm taking a little bit of cigarette break. You know? But yeah, the bigger you are, what that really usually means is you're gonna be a little sluggish on a battlefield, like running and shit. You'd be sluggish. Big old thunder thighs and giant abs, and I mean, well, a lot of them do have giant abs and giant shoulders and arms. That shit's gonna be lethargic at some point when you're just trying to carry all your muscle plus your backpack and everything else. So I train you to look good and shapy. I don't fucking play at all. And so, like, if you really need to get trained, anyone else you go to, even Athlete and X, ain't gonna fucking know what I fucking pull off. Straight up. And I think he's got thin shoulders and always have, and kind of thin look. You know, he's got muscle tone and obviously cuts, but his anatomy, in my opinion, doesn't look good for whoever he's trying to, whatever he's trying to, you know, I just don't think so. Yeah, he's in great shape, but and in recent years I've seen him decline and recover a little, but he's just not impressive. So somebody goes from fat to this knows what he's doing, is all I'm saying. I'm not trying to be a narcissist or any of that. I'm just very confident. I'm confident in what I do. So I'm gonna put my cigarette down and smoke a little as I go. I don't need it in my mouth. Okay. So earlier I did some rows, the ones you normally see me use, but I've got other row machines. Off camera, I did. Okay, 20 more. That's slave work right there. I think I call these slaves. Yeah, I do. These are slaves. So slaves will get you in shape, man. I'm trying to tell you, man, this is one of my hottest ass secrets right here. Fucking the slaves, bro. You use these motherfuckers on a regular basis. Try to hit 6 sets, close to 700 of them, you know, if you can, during the day. When you get started, this shit will speed up a lot of processes. And because it's individual arms, you just get fucking rough looking, man, tough looking. And it's because of these things. So I'm gonna see if my cigarette's burning. If not, take a couple hits because I can afford to do a little breaks in between these motherfuckers for sure. So I might as well. You know? Trying to get this balanced a little better. Get a little closer to the camera so you can see the pump that it's providing my shoulders. Looks really round and shit. So, I mean, you know, whenever you see a pump that starts to make your shoulders look bigger, quicker in your pump, probably a good fucking thing, okay? Because, you know, when it's not pumped, it's going to look shapy too because of this shit. Because you're picking exercises that are going to give benefits. It's all around cuts, not just dumbbell work in the gym, okay? This shit here will keep your arms nice and looking in shape, and it will give you fucking shoulders as well. Especially if you just got done doing fucking front delt shit, raises, and mixed it in. These motherfuckers are classic to get shape. Classic. We're talking about some serious classic shapes going on. Using this shit right here. And as boring as it looks, me doing it, slaves are going to put you into a gear you've never been in. Because the hydraulics offer a different, you know, feel of stress to your arms. And mixing it with free weight shit is the ultimate. So when I do get to free weights after doing all this, I'll be happy to get to them because I know what this shit will do. See what I'm saying? This shit does cut work. It will help keep squared off it will square off your shoulders so that they're not frontally big and then small in the rear. But over time, you have to actually increase your bar reps for rear delt and side delt and front delt and go on about a month spree of hitting a lot of bars and fucking front and side delts after this shit. And that's when the shit really starts to look shapier, man. But because you're stressing them a lot, because you're calisthenics and not bodybuilder, it's a slower tendency to recover the muscles. So the muscles kind of get used to being constantly ripped, but still grow and still well shaped. They just don't do it as quick as a normal bodybuilder going and just hit his shoulders once in a day or something a week. I mean, so my whole schematic is different. As you can see, I got fucking hella fucking cuts up there. You know, I mean, fucking hella cuts. It's from this shit. But it's also because I do normal bodybuilder stuff mixed in. That's why I got the secrets that a lot of people don't got, you know? And mammal muscles is inclusionary. as not just a metaphor, but a reality. You fucking train the muscles, something that's on all four legs, you're gonna get fucking huge. At least physically, from people are gonna say that guy is so well built. They don't even mention size because it's like he's just built well. See, they don't even think of size. They just go, God damn, he's shapy. Yeah, yeah, that's what they say. They don't fucking aren't looking to see a monster unless they're fucking illegitimate, fucking uneducated fucking bitches. But for the most part, yeah, it's all about shape, mindset. It isn't about fucking getting just bigger all the time. And that's why I'm against bodybuilding overall, but I still watch it because it's funny to see how far they'll go with the shit they pump into them. But that's it. I'm not really gonna ever do anything. Never attempted to do anything like that. If I did, I'd fucking look great, but I'm not gonna do it. It's not the way I want to be. And plus, then I gotta balance my system after all that new shit has to be introduced. Then I gotta eat so much, my belly would get distended. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. No, I'm not gonna be Palumbo, you know? But even a guy like me that's natural, if I eat a lot, drink a lot of liquids, I'm bloated right away because, there's only so much in that tummy. And when it does get fucking a lot in it, you can see it because I'm fucking lean. Does that make sense? Yeah. Now, if I was to go on a little hunger strike for a day or two or three, I could get way leaner and trip everyone out, but I'd still have a little skin here. And when I attack my stomach, more wrinkles would show up because I'm leaner, and now there's a little more skin going to show. But if there's a way to get rid of that brown fat in there, there's a little bit of brown fat that's stuck in there. It's trapped. It's not exactly legit fat because it barely survives in there because I'm lean. But there's skin in there. There's water that builds up in your stomach. So it's going to go where skin hangs. And that's the only place I got skin hanging. As you can clearly see, you see me walking backwards. I'm not walking backwards, but you see me from, nude. So, obviously I don't have skin hanging off my ass. It's just a little bit here. So I'm fucking good to go. I'm fucking rocking, yo. Anyway, let's do another one. Try to do 150. I'm going to change the camera angle. Okay, do 80 more, and then I'll count another 50. Let me see what I got my camera setting on. Checking my camera setting, but see, look at that. When I lean forward and I'm not even tightening any muscles, does that not look like the fucking look you seek? I'm like a warlock, so you gotta pay attention to me, man. All right, let's just do 70 more and then 50. Hand hurt on that one. Hold on a second. Oh. Okay, hold on. I gotta let this hand get a little better. Shake it off a little. Like an Olympian, you know, shake that fucking shit off, yo. Okay? And now, hopefully my wrist recovered from that. Alright, I just got kinked. Try to do 50. Alright, we'll just do a full 100 from here. That should be right. Literally, you get paws like a dog from doing this because these things are not even. That my palms are on. They got little cuts in them for grip for your feet, but not your hands. So that fucking eats into your hands and makes them all calloused. Hi, boo. You need to go poo poo? Hold on. Hold on. Dog needs to go poo poo. So let me cut the camera here and if I can go ahead and do that real quick. See, look at that shit. I mean, who can make that shit cut like that? Except the fucking anatomy orientationalist natural, okay? See what I'm saying? No jokes. So my dog had to go potty, so I had to go stop the camera for a second. No big deal. No big deal, man. Shit. We got you covered. Right? You got me covered? Alright, now you get to see this side. See, now you can see the tricep is just completely lit up, animated, and that's what these things will do. Especially if you're on a board with bodybuilding movements as well. So that fucking shit gets animated. Same with the forearm. Look at that. Okay. We're gonna try to do 60. That's all. Because I did so many before the camera. All right, so we're done. That's it, we're done with it. See how that fucking cuts up my arm like nobody's beeswax? Motherfucking stripes right there. So, if you want to do this, you have to pay to get the best results, or you can watch the videos like everyone that doesn't pay, kind of hustle off what you see. The best way is to pay. Then you get to know all the secrets. And then if you want to just train to be one, the first anatomy and orientationalist other than me, let me know in the comments. That's cheap. That's only 10 grand a year. It's only 1 year of training, so But yeah, I mean, it's a lot cheaper and you get all the benefits. But if you want to get trained like just fully out without just being a teacher or an anatomy orientationalist, which is kind of stupid, you can do that. But that costs 30 grand. To get past grade though, you'd probably have to spend another 10 grand just to be an anatomy orientationalist, is what I'm saying. And then you can pay the 30 grand for a full out training, which is like boot camp. I mean, let's just call it what it is. For at least what we're dealing with on my level. Might as well be boot camp. When it comes to muscle building. Now we're going to go ahead and segue into the absurd a little bit. I guess with some these. When I say absurd, I didn't really mean it like that. But after doing all this shit, it's almost something you gotta do. Is and I'm trying to get a wider grip here, so this will make it way harder than last time I did it. So we're only gonna try to do 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Switch. One. Oh, I got a splinter. Oh, well, actually a cut that healed there, so I gotta change my fingering. But yeah, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so last time I did these, I had a lower setting and then I kind of increased it. Now I'm getting a higher setting altogether now. So throughout the week, I'm going to start changing the setting until it becomes the most hard, I guess, eventually. But in the meantime, just gradually work into them. Try to do 30 here. Okay, got that. This cut on my finger is really bothering me when I try to do this on this hand, but that's okay. I can make it happen. So when you're looking at yourself as well, you always have to concentrate on somehow or another, like a plant, over time lapse, you're starting to grow and get bigger. Okay? So every time you work out and you're looking at yourself, you have to do that. And it's a mindset to help encourage. It's like it's like having the fucking password to get in the party. Your fucking body will know. Hey, that's him for sure. He's asking for this, that, and the other, and it is him. It's not a fucking faker. It's actual dude asking to get better and bigger muscles there. So I mean, once you think like that, your mindset will increase the shape. Just your mindset. And that's the truth. Okay, now we're going to increase the width a little to the highest. Okay, see how many I can do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that was hard. With this cut, it's going to be hard, but I'll try. All right. It's right where my finger goes, so I have to kind of like get my finger away from it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if you think I'm bullshitting, I know what I'm doing. My name is Save Anatomy. I am an anatomy orientationalist. AO. I will train anyone to get in the best fucking shape on planet. Now we're gonna do some of these. Gotta put it about right here. I'm trying not to get these to slip. I don't want them to slip. Because when they do that, then it offsets me. Okay, yeah, I guess we can put them right there. See if that works. I just don't want them to, you know, like I said, fucking start sliding. I hate that shit. Nope, that's not gonna work. It's too close. Okay, put them right there on that lip. It should stay. Call it a 30. Holy shit. But it feels good. And inclines are pretty easy normally, but since I did so many of these fucking things, the inclines are actually a little tough, obviously tougher. But it's okay, because they're still easy. They're just, they're working you a little more now. But, so, yeah. So to get those to stick, I could use this rubber thing and it would work. All right. Much better. Although now there's water on the floor over here, so that's kind of a bummer, but that's okay. Okay, so I just made this one up. And it's similar, I think I've done it before, it just was a obscure angle that was different. This one's a different angle altogether. I did some shit like this off camera too, guys. I've been testing shit out off camera. I like the way this feels. You gotta balance it. And tighten your stomach. Twist as good as you can. Gotta keep the whole thing balanced. Okay, so those feel fucking good. God, man, this fucking camera ain't set right. I be bumping into shit, just trying to get my head in frame, yo. It just ain't right. Let's see if my HDR is on. Okay, now we got the HDR on, so it should give me a better view of myself. All right. And because you twist those fucking things and you go like that, it's doing shit to your fucking delts, you know? You're fucking pushing it down. It's just, it's a weird movement. So let's do some more of them. Maybe I'll be a little more on frame now because I got my right camera on, or the proper camera on. Try to at least get a quarter twist on it. Alright, we'll stop there. Whew. So, dynamics like this, where you're trying to balance it on this round pad and twisting it, is great fucking shit to practice. Anybody's gonna not really understand the dynamics of your muscle mechanics unless they start trying shit. New stuff, and that's what I do. I love to try new stuff, so I tested this shit off camera and I was like, I've done this before, I just don't know if I got footage of it. So, and like I said, it was at a different angle. But that shit feels really fucking tight. I mean, on my fucking tries. I mean, it's just like crazy. Look at that. See? I mean, shit like this is just gonna fucking force dynamics into your body that you never thought you'd be able to achieve. Right now I'm just relaxed, but look at my tricep from this shit. You know, and I was doing push-ups off camera, I was doing these off camera too. Okay, so I might as well do some. Forward switch. Okay, so because you're doing shit like this, your muscle fibers are so fucking absolutely 100% confused. And the more confused you get them, the better results you get. So that's what's up. You know? And you get better results. So you saw the cuts in my chest. That's from doing shit like this. Okay? You ain't gonna see a lot of guys with cuts like that that look like something almost alien, practically. Unless you're talking to me. And when I say alien, I mean this shit don't even look normal. Sometimes it cuts I get when I'm doing the shit I do. Why wouldn't you want to try this shit? That's what I'm saying. All right. I can feel it in my delts and my stomach. Who do you know who does shit like this, right? Let's see what it's doing to my shoulders. I just lower myself a little so you can get me in frame. You can see
what it's doing to me.
pumping me in the most precise locations. Okay, keep that going. Do some more of these. Just stick with 12. I'm a little fatigued. Whoo! And then switch. Holy shit. I hope you enjoyed my channel because thanks for coming in. I guess that's the best way to say it. And okay. Whew. All right. Keep the camera on. Whew. Damn. Gee. Let's do a few more of these though before I quit altogether. Get ready to switch. Whew. Shake it off. Okay. Jeez. Man, this shit's rough. but I wanted to get more footage on because I lost some footage, so I think this is a good idea. My pump's looking pretty tight, but I'm good. You know, for my food intake and what I got going on, everything's looking good. All right. So one more set of these even ones. Whew. I did so much shit off camera. It's fucking hilarious that I'm still doing this shit. It's like probably 2 in the morning. But I promise you, that's how I fuck with shit sometimes. So. I can feel that shit on my rear deltoid. And my back. All right, we'll stop there. Whew.